Hi guys, this is AllSlayer. I'm working in Ultimate Doom Builder 2 on a UDMF format map. This is going to be map, well, I don't know where it's going to go, but it's the second one I'm seriously working on right now. We'll see where it goes in the cluster and in the episode, etc. But I thought I would show something that I thought was kind of cool. I learned this from Chubbs on YouTube, so thank you, Chubbs. This is for portals. Let me just full bright everything so we can see. It doesn't look like much is happening here. These just look like little alcoves here. Maybe where some monsters could be hiding out, or some power-ups or ammo or something, just with the architecture. But there's a line def in between here, right? So I have these little line set portal on the line action here. So there's just a line with no textures on it. And it has action 156, line set portal. And I've set these up. You have to tag them correctly. So this one is actually going to, it's the ID of 1, and it's targeting way over here another line def with a line set portal action with the tag of 2. This one's the tag of 4, and this is the tag of 3. So I have 1 to 2, 3 to 4. If we go over here to where the portal exits are, we've got this little room up here, and I've made it like this one. I thought it would be interesting to have more stairs, create more elevation differences, but also the way that these portals work. These are interactive portals, by the way, so static portals do give you actually more options. They could be better for gameplay encounters because sound propagates through them. I don't know if I necessarily need that. I'll see, but I've got it to work this way for now because I want the entrance and the exit to both be facing the inside of the room. And with static portals, they have to be flipped. So I would have to enter this side, which is, there's nothing here, it's just void, and have these line defs flipped, or vice versa. So it's a little tricky, but I got it set up. Check out Chubb's video on it. It's great. But what it does is it kind of creates some interesting loops. One of the ethos or themes or elements that I'm trying to keep in mind with some of these maps, the whole project that I've been working on, this whole AllSlayer project, is really about teleporting and extreme efficiency. So I've tried to create a design system for myself, both the shapes of rooms, textures that I'm using a lot less textures than I would if I was using the base textures, because the base textures of the original Doom 2 textures, they're great, and there's a lot of variety. And that actually, what I've noticed is when I've just tried to just start mapping, I get stuck because I want to use all these different textures. So I started thinking about it a little differently. I was like, I want to create sort of a combination between something that could be believable but is not realistic, if that makes sense. So I'm thinking, I'm taking sort of visual cues and also the encounter ideas, inspiration for the encounters with the monsters, ideas from Ultra Kill or indie first-person shooters that are out there right now. And I thought Ultra Kill did this really well. Doom 2's got some really interesting tricks up its sleeve, and Ultimate Doom Builder with, you know, a modern source port like GZ Doom, you can really create some really interesting things. Okay, so enough of that. I've got the portals going. Let's go ahead and test this out. All right, so you can see here, this is just a room that obviously just still testing, but we've got some ambient sounds in here. Got some interesting animation going on some of these mid textures. I love the environment sounds, some light rays, just some interesting architecture there. Maybe some kind of fuel for these monsters, machines or something. And then you can see through these portals, and there's enemies. As you can see, the sound cuts out. So I'm either gonna have to put a sound in here, or connect these sectors through, join these sectors so that the sound propagates correctly. Here's the thing, is this takes you to a completely different area of the map. Now, this is not where I have planned the player start to be. You'll find these portals later. But essentially, these portals allow you to do a couple of things. One, you could build rooms up against another room, but have a wall or a doorway that enters into another part of the map. So without doing a lot of like room over room stuff, you could get a lot of gameplay. So you can go up a flight of stairs, and then the doorway is a portal that the player might never notice unless they look on the auto map, because then they'll see that they went through a doorway and ended up on a totally different area of the map, not just the next room past the doorway. So I feel like there's some usefulness in this little technique with creating maps that maybe are they feel bigger because they have more loops, more teleporting monsters, which is another thing that this whole AllSlayer WOD is about. Teleporting monsters, teleporting the player to different areas. A lot of teleporting. Gotta fix these sounds in here. So teleporting, messing with the player's position, I think is interesting. And messing with monster positions. So I have a lot of triggers where you pick up an item or you walk over a line def, and it will trigger a series of ACS scripts that, or a string of scripts that spawn monsters in a room. And so you can clear rooms that open doors like you saw earlier. A lot like Ultra Kill does a lot of. They do that over and over again. So you walk into a room, it locks the door behind you, locks the door in front of you, and then you've got to clear out a certain number of enemies, usually the whole room, before the doors will open up again, or the pathway in front of you only will open up. So that's kind of some of the inspiration I'm taking here. A lot of lighting effects, a lot of, obviously a lot of lights.